Introducing the Walk the World Fund and Walk the World Super. Hello again, it's Martin North from Walk the World and Digital Finance Analytics, and I'm joined by Damien Klassen from Nucleus Wealth. Hi Damien.
Hi Martin.
Well, it's really exciting to be able to announce that we are launching a joint superannuation fund and wealth fund under the Walk the World banner. It'll all be powered by Nucleus Wealth, and it's essentially because I believe that your philosophy is spot on given the current environment, and it's got the degree of transparency and openness that many people are searching for. So I just wanted to spend a little bit of time with you in terms of just underscoring three critical points: transparency, the fees, which are pretty good, and of course the ability to be able to handle it digitally, which means it's very flexible and easy to operate.
Okay, so let me start with the transparency. The key thing with the transparency is we want you to know not only what you have in the portfolio, which is above and beyond what you get from a lot of other super funds or fund managers, but also why they're in the portfolio. We want you to be able to look at the assets that we have and the investments that we have, and if you want to craft your own investment around that, you can, because you can actually see what we have within those portfolios. So the transparency is very key. We call it sort of an uncomfortable level of transparency for ourselves, in that you can see every stock, the performance of all of them. You can see the mistakes as well as the wins. And by doing that, what we're hoping is to give you the confidence and the trust you can have within that we're doing our job, and you get the quality of assets. And the at the appropriate valuation that we tell you you're going to get as part of the entry. So that's on the performance side. On the fees side, we charge a fixed fee on the investment management, which is 0.64%. Then we have an administration fee, and that starts at 0.33% and then goes down depending upon how much money people have put in. There are some additional charges for superannuation. A fixed fee on top of that, a fixed $12 a month. But the fees themselves, as your balance gets bigger, the fees come down over time. And we see that as our own fund gets bigger as well, and we've gone back to our own customers 3 times already and lowered the fees for them, is that we really do want to get that administration fee down as low as we can.
I think it's also just worth underscoring this is digitally accessible. In other words, people can see where they are at any time. So there's no issue in terms of disclosure. Yeah,
absolutely. So, I like to think of superannuation funds as sort of being 20th century technology, and we're well into the 21st century now. You do want to be able to see all those stocks, what's the performance doing. You want to be able to sign up online. You don't want to be filling in paper forms, all those types of things. We've set up, you still need to go through your 100-point checks, and we still need to, have all the balances, but there's no reason why any of that can't be done all online. We have people you can call if you've got any problems with it. So financial planners, you can discuss issues with it, with any of the processes. The idea is to be very open, transparent, and be able to interact however people want to interact with us.
Yeah, and it's also worth saying, of course, that this is really targeting Australian investors at the moment, so those overseas unfortunately won't be able to dive in at the moment. But you've also been around for some time, so it's not like you suddenly popped out of nowhere. You actually do have a track record. You have a portfolio of existing clients and customers that you've been servicing, and so that's why I'm very pleased to be associated with this particular proposition. But should underscore, I'm not providing financial advice at all. This is just having thought about the issues and seeing what you've done. I think it's worth people exploring for themselves, so they should do their own due diligence on you, and there are processes that you can find out about quite easily. Some links below as to how to do that. But my perspective is that in the current environment, I think you've got your finger on the pulse. The proposition, I think, is absolutely second to none. And I'm very pleased to see the Walk the World Fund and Walk the World Super now officially launched with you.
Thanks, Martin. We're very happy to have you on board.
And you can get more information by going to walktheworld.com.au. And in fair disclosure, I should just let you know that if you go through that channel, I do receive a small share of the fee, which will help to cover the cost of Walk the World in the future.